The Trump administration says the move was necessary to protect national security. CBS 8's Steve Price joins us live from the federal courthouse with reaction from a local migrant rights advocate. Steve?
Yeah, Marcella, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of migrants who thought they were doing everything by the book, now being told they have to leave the country. Advocates say this is causing fear and chaos.
The federal government's CBP One app was, for 2 years, a legal way to seek asylum in the U.S. But today, the Department of Homeland Security terminated parole protections for the more than 900,000 migrants who entered the country through this system.
It's really frustrating to many people who are in a vulnerable situation.
Pedro Rios with American Friends Service Committee says it's put hundreds of thousands of people who followed the rules in a state of limbo.
Do they leave? Do they not? Do they heed that order? Do they not? Will they be subject to being sent to a third country in prison-like conditions, subject to torture? This is something that just should not be happening.
The rules were dangerous to Americans.
U.S. Attorney Pam Bondi defended today's move, saying the CBP One app was abused under the Biden administration, creating safety concerns that threaten national security.
A Border Patrol agent told me Venezuelan men were coming in saying they were from China. Chinese people were coming in saying they were from any country, Ireland, any country they wanted to identify that they were from, and they were walking right into our country.
DHS is warning affected migrants to self-deport, releasing a statement that said in part, those who refuse will be found, removed, and permanently barred from re-entry. It's not clear how many migrants who entered through the CBP One app are currently living in San Diego County, but Rios says they're here because it's not safe for them to go home. His advice to them?
I would say consult with an attorney as soon as possible. Understand what their possible options might be, even though those are limited, but understand what their circumstances are. That way they can make an informed decision about what next steps they need to take.
And just to clarify, today's decision does not affect those who came into the country as part of the Uniting for Ukraine program. Marcella?
So, Steve, migrants can no longer make appointments through that app, right? But you can still download the app. So what is the app actually being used for, if anything?
Yeah, on President Trump's very first day in office, he made it so you can no longer make appointments. That said, they actually flipped the use now, and you can use the app to announce that you are self-deporting. So people who are leaving the country under what was announced today can do so through this app. Let the federal government know about that. And Marcel, you can also use it to check border wait times.
All right. Thanks so much for that update, Steve.